Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food, it's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. How did you like yesterday's Q&A episode? Did you get any of your questions answered? You can ask your questions by following the link that I'm going to include in the show notes that's going to lead you to Google Forms, where you can ask any of the questions you have about nutrition, about weight loss, fat loss, healthy eating, meal planning, meal prepping, how to get your essential nutrients from your diet, from the foods that you eat, what kind of foods you might be missing in your diet to have all the essential for life and performance nutrients, training, building muscles, building your six-pack abs, anything and everything. So follow the link in the show notes to submit your questions through Google Forms. Today's is Thursday and it's our food news episode today. So we will talk about different interesting topics from the food world. First one, CBD. CBD entering food and drink at an astounding pace, report says. I'm right now at on a Food Dive website, and Dive Brief says, CBD has been entering food and beverage products, beer, coffee, cocktails, jelly beans, and others at an astounding pace. However, the substance remains illegal. I don't know, guys, if you knew that, but the substance is not really legalized in US at least. So it remains illegal in foods and beverages on a national level, and it may not be approved for several more years, bearing congressional action, according to the report. So yeah, basically it might not be legalized for many years. Meanwhile, the market appears poised for more CBD-infused products. The demand is likely to continue, but it will be easier to assess the long-term market opportunity once the industry hits peak hype, allowing more cautious companies to develop products in a lower risk environment. So guys, basically, CBD is entering a lot of food products, but it's not really legal actually to be present in foods and drinks. And the main reason is nobody really knows how and what it does to our body. There is very little research on CBD and especially on CBD in foods and drinks. This is like a wild west of nutrition right now. Nobody really knows shit and they just put it out there to see what's gonna happen. But my opinion in general, guys, those foods, CBD-infused foods and drinks are usually priced much higher for no good reason, really. There is some research for CBD oil, and a lot of people use CBD for chronic pain, anxiety, insomnia. But again, most of the research that show any positive effect of CBD for pain, anxiety, insomnia, and other conditions, they're done with CBD oil and usually at high dosages. And you will not find good quality CBD oil at high dosages in your foods and drinks. So any kind of effect you get from CBD infused foods and drinks right now is probably placebo and nothing more than that. Even with CBD oil, there are not so many studies. And again, foods and drinks is really like Wild West, and it just, at the very best, it's entertainment for you. Don't waste your money if you look at CBD food or drink as some performance or health enhancing thing. There are better solutions for your problems. Again, you might treat it as something you entertain yourself with, but don't delude yourself. CBD-infused foods and drinks right now are nothing but hype. And again, nobody really knows what it does in the first place. So don't waste your money. That's all I'm saying. It's all marketing. And if you're having your, CBD-infused latte, it probably costs you twice as much, and it does not give you twice as much benefits, unless you're that kind of person whose placebo gonna give you so many benefits that it's worth all the money that you pay for that CBD infused latte. Moving from CBD to better supplement. I've read a lot of different articles, watched a few videos, just researched supplement space, and what I'm seeing right now, guys, is that supplement industry is finally moving into the direction of actual science behind supplements. And what it means is companies work on improving the absorption rate of certain supplements. Companies look at how different ingredients interact with each other. Companies look at cleaner labels, not adding some agents to, make production of the supplement easier or to make the flow of other ingredients on the equipment easier, but that are harmful for our bodies. So companies move to cleaner supplements, to cleaner ingredients, but also, for example, tomorrow we will be talking with the founder, the CEO of the company that makes one of the best multivitamins on the market probably right now when it comes to absorption rate of vitamins. It's gel. It's multivitamin in a gel form that you can either consume as it is because it has nice berry flavor, or you can add it to your smoothies, water, your workout drinks, your foods that has fruity or sweet taste. So we will be talking with the CEO of that company. But in regards to supplements, more and more companies are looking into making supplements actually work and become better and to give you a better effect when it comes to health, when it comes to performance. So again, gel supplements and supplements that are absorbable and dissolved better. That is one of the trends. Then also better combinations of supplements. So for example, right now, there is a raising awareness about certain supplements needed to be present at the same time for them to work. Like, for example, let's take fat-soluble vitamin like K2. In order for your body to properly absorb calcium from your foods and put it into your bones instead of your arteries and other soft tissues that might create health problems. So in order for calcium to work properly in your body, you need K2 fat-soluble vitamin that we talked a lot about on our podcast, and I talked a lot in videos how to get your vitamin K2, and there are not so many foods that you can actually get that vitamin from. So anyway, your body needs that K2 to absorb calcium, and a lot of supplements start looking at combinations that give you all the fat-soluble vitamins you need in the best absorbable form that you can get these days. So you can get your, vitamin D3, K2, and sometimes also vitamin A. Sometimes you get your calcium plus vitamin K2 and D3. And those vitamins and calcium, they need to be present in your body together, again, in order for your body to absorb, digest, assimilate, and use calcium and those vitamins properly, instead of, again, depositing it somewhere that can cause to health problems. So also, guys, I'm talking and working with my clients and friends, and a lot of them have some sort of problems with mineral imbalance, so calcium, iron, zinc, and again, a lot of it has to do with not consuming fat-soluble vitamins. And that's why when you look at certain supplements, you need to get the whole range of them, and you need to consume them together in order for them to be effective. And again, more and more companies are looking into that field, combining the vitamins and minerals that need to be present in your body together. And then the third thing that I want to mention is more and more companies are looking at nootropics or supplements that improve your mental performance. So now these days, it's not just about your body, but it's also about making your brain, your neurons work better. And that is very important for your performance, mental and physical, for your health, and what is really important for your sense of and feeling of well-being, and for your mental health, and how optimistic and energized for life you are. So more and more companies are looking into that field as well. So better mood, deep sleep, better stress management and relaxation, a lot of plant compounds specifically, and also man-made compounds can help with that. So you will hear more about supplements, like sharp mind or mindfulness and focus, again, or deep sleep or better mood. And those are, names that brand usually will give to supplements to help you to make better choices based on the particular issue or aspect of performance that you want to work on. But when you look at the ingredient list, you will usually see a lot of plant extracts and different other compounds that are usually made in a lab, right? And just make sure on those supplements that you actually understand what those ingredients do, because if you don't, a lot of it can backfire. And also, especially be careful when you take them with your medications, if you take any medications, because again, the way medications and different compounds, and even, if you take several supplements, just make sure you understand how different ingredients work together, because they might harm you. And it's not potential. People actually die from combining supplements that are not meant to be combined together. And when you put it on top of our individual microbiomes and our individual health, again, you just gotta understand what you're doing. And before giving something a try, do proper research or ask someone. You can ask me if you want, if you have doubts about certain supplements that you're about to start taking. Ask and get answers before starting something new. Otherwise, you can get negative consequences, and sometimes you can even die. Our body is not that hard to kill, actually. So you can even drink too much water too fast and die. So guys, understand that and be careful with supplements, especially with new and unresearched supplements on the market. Our food industry always kind of like either lags behind the research or too much running forward, like with CBD products, for example, trying to put it all in our food without really knowing what it does to our bodies. That when it comes to supplements, so better forms, better absorption rates, better combinations, and nootropics to improve your mental performance, not just physical performance. Next news is about an interesting company. You probably heard from me and from other sources about cell-cultured meat, or basically when in a lab they produce muscle-like meat tissue from cells. So they put cells, they give those cells food, and they grow meat tissue that you can eat as your steak. So that's cell-cultured meat. This new company based in Barcelona in Spain, they started to create cell-cultured fats, or smart fats as they like to call them. And the idea is that they use cells to grow in certain tissues omega-3 fatty acids, DHA and EPA, that then can be used and added to different products, food products, to give you your fish oil without fish oil and making it actually something pleasant, adding it to certain snacks and foods. So let me read you something about the company. The company called Cubiq Foods, and if you want to read more about it, the link to the company's website is going to be in the show notes. So Cubiq, long-chain omega-3s from cell-cultured poultry fat are more affordable and taste better. Although poultry fat does not typically contain high levels of EPA and DHA, those are omega-3 fatty acids essential for your brain, guys. Cubiq has developed a process that triggers poultry fat cells to produce significantly more of these omega-3s, which taste better than fish oil. That's what they claim. Nobody really knows because it's not on the market yet. And that can be produced more cheaply than omega-3s from algae or krill, making them more accessible to food and beverage companies, making everything from cookies, snacks, and pizza to meat substitutes and infant formula. We alter the conditions to make the cells produce more DHA than normal, and then we concentrate it and microencapsulate it. Based on the feeding of animals, you can reach up to 7% omega-3s in the form of linoleic acid mostly. We work on upregulating the pathway to transform this into EPA and DHA. So basically, they're not at the stage where they are making what they want to be making, that smart fat full of EPA and DHA that you usually would find in fatty fish, but they're close to that. At least that's what they're saying. And soon you might be finding your omega-3 fatty acids in your cookies and whatever snacks you love eating. And then if you add to that, something sugar-free and full of functional foods, or foods that improve your performance, that's going to be super awesome. But that's not the present yet, but we are moving in that direction. So Cubiq Foods, cell-cultured smart fats. So that's on the news. The next small and fun and delicious food that you might want to try, frozen startup Tru Fru grabs 2 innovation awards at 2019 Sweets and Snack Expo. So what is Tru Fru that I've just discovered? That's basically, by the way, the link you're also going to find in the show notes, and you can purchase that snack on Amazon. So Tru Fru is good quality with clean label, meaning frozen raspberries, cherries, strawberries, bananas, and coconuts, and covered in real chocolate. So the chocolate that has, it has sugar, but it has what it's supposed to have, like cocoa butter, cocoa liquor. If it's milk, then milk chocolate. If it's dark, they also have dark, then it doesn't have any milk in it. So clean label, real food ingredients, no corn syrup, no artificial flavors or colors. So I would add to that, of course, I would make it sugar-free, but it's not sugar-free, but it has regular sugar, no high fructose corn syrup, or no, preservatives or artificial additives. So the label is pretty good. And if you still allow yourself some sugar, even though you can make all your sweets sugar-free, and that's what I try to persuade you to do. Anyway, if you want some healthier version of chocolate-covered berries and some bananas and some coconuts, that is a good thing to try, guys. Maybe give your kids if you give them regular snacks, because these at least have good quality berries that were frozen, and a lot of berries preserve a lot of nutrition in frozen state better, plus it has more fiber than if you eat something that has berry flavoring without any berries in it. So that treat has real berries, real chocolate, and probably tastes really good. Haven't tried it yet, but frozen fresh, freeze-dried, and real chocolate and clean label. So the link is going to be in the show notes to the company's website too. And that's it for today, guys. Our food news, to sum it up: CBD, probably not worth your money, and we don't really know what it does to you. If you decide to try CBD for, pain, anxiety, insomnia, get good quality CBD oil and try that instead of relying on some foods that you have no idea like what kind of CBD they use, where they get it, how much they put there, and don't expect any effects from CBD infused foods and drinks, and don't waste money on it. Then number 2, better supplements, different forms, different combinations that are better absorbed and work better. Nootropics to improve your mental performance. Just warning from me, make sure that you understand how all your meds and supplements interact with each other and whether they work for you and or they cause health problems for you. Cubiq Foods, create smart fats from cell culture. Our EPA and DHA, our omega-3 fatty acids, soon might be in our snacks. And try this frozen fruit chocolate covered treat if you still eat sugar sometimes. And that's it, guys. Tomorrow we are gonna be talking to a scientist, a CEO who is on this mission to make supplements work better for you, ultimately making you live better, live healthier, and live longer. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. And don't forget to check out the link in the show notes leading to Google form to ask your questions, to get your answers, to be smarter about your health and nutrition without wasting your time on Google and advice that might not be really good advice. So check this link out and ask your questions. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Love you all. If you have any questions about this episode or anything that you heard on this episode, if you want more links or more resources about anything that you heard today, send me email. Email you always can find in the show notes. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.